Could ASEAN be the next global superpower? Now that's a question worth pondering. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, has been making waves in the global market. Focused on sustainable infrastructure development, it's promoting economic growth and becoming a magnet for investors worldwide. ASEAN is not just a regional bloc, it's a collective of 10 Southeast Asian countries with diverse cultures, economies, and political systems. Yet they stand united in their efforts to foster economic growth and stability. Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam are emerging as technological hubs, driving innovation and entrepreneurship in the region. However, the road to becoming a global superpower is not without its challenges. The rapidly changing global environment presents both opportunities and obstacles. ASEAN must navigate geopolitical tensions, economic disparities among member states, and the constant need to adapt to technological advancements. But it is these very challenges that are shaping ASEAN into a resilient and adaptable force. ASEAN's role extends beyond its geographical boundaries. It's playing a central role in Asia's economic integration, creating a cohesive economic community. It's not just about creating a free trade area or a single production base. It's about integrating into the global economy, fostering inclusive growth, and ensuring that the benefits of economic integration are shared by all member states. And it doesn't stop there. ASEAN is positioning itself in the global trade relationships, not just as a participant, but as a key player. Imagine a world where ASEAN is at the heart of global commerce, influencing trade policies and driving economic growth. It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. ASEAN's strategic positioning is paving the way for new global trade relationships and growth. This is not just a prediction, it's a glimpse into a future where ASEAN is a global superpower, shaping the economic landscape of the world. How is ASEAN leveraging the power of adaptability to tackle challenges? In the face of adversity, adaptability is not just a trait, it's a survival skill. This is a lesson that ASEAN has taken to heart, especially in the wake of unexpected events like the COVID-19 pandemic and supply chain disruptions. As we navigate the tumultuous seas of global affairs, we find ASEAN at the helm, steering with an adaptable hand. In the realm of business and investment, ASEAN has shown its ability to pivot when necessary. When the world was blindsided by the pandemic, ASEAN was quick to shift gears, finding new ways to keep their economies buoyant amid the chaos. They've demonstrated that adaptability isn't about avoiding challenges, but rather meeting them head-on with flexibility and resilience. But how is this adaptability manifested? The answer lies in the power of technology, the drive of entrepreneurs, the flow of capital investment, and the pulse of trade. These are the engines that power ASEAN's adaptability. Technology, for instance, has played a pivotal role in solving problems that once seemed insurmountable. From digital payment systems to e-commerce platforms, ASEAN has embraced the digital revolution, turning challenges into opportunities. Entrepreneurs, the risk-takers and visionaries of the business world are the heartbeat of ASEAN's adaptability. Their ability to innovate, to see possibilities where others see obstacles, is a testament to the spirit of adaptability that permeates the region. Yet adaptability also requires vigilance, as there are risks on the horizon. There are policy leaders who are reluctant to embrace the power of technology and trade, potentially hindering progress. It's a reminder that adaptability must be nurtured, not just by businesses, but also by those in positions of power. It is ASEAN's positive attitude towards technology and innovation that positions it favorably in the post-COVID world. The future may be uncertain, but one thing is clear. With adaptability as its compass, ASEAN is well equipped to navigate whatever comes its way. In the midst of the US-China rivalry, where does ASEAN stand? The United States, under the guidance of Secretary of State Antony Blinken, has outlined a strategy to counter China's growing influence. The goal? To avoid a Cold War or conflict while asserting their own power. The strategy is threefold: invest in domestic strength, align efforts with allies, and compete with China to defend US interests. It's a careful balancing act, not seeking to block China's role as a major power, but rather aiming to protect the rules-based order that has allowed countries like China to rise. China, for its part, responded by emphasizing the potential for cooperation. The country's embassy in Washington urged the United States to implement common understandings, a call to work together rather than against each other. However, the relationship between these two global giants is far from smooth. Tensions have escalated over strategic competition, human rights concerns, and China's ties with Russia. In the face of these issues, China has taken a neutral stance on the conflict in Ukraine and resisted Western pressure to condemn Russia. So, where does ASEAN fit into this complex geopolitical puzzle? As a rising global superpower, ASEAN has the potential to reshape the dynamics of the US-China rivalry. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, with its focus on sustainable infrastructure development and economic growth, is emerging as a formidable force on the world stage. Countries like Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam are becoming technological hubs, attracting investors and competing in the global market. This rise of ASEAN could provide a counterbalance in the US-China power dynamics, offering a third player in a game traditionally dominated by two. As the US and China navigate their rivalry, ASEAN's rise as a global superpower could reshape the geopolitical landscape. What does ASEAN's rise as a global superpower mean for the world? Well, let's recap. We've seen ASEAN's strategic focus on sustainable infrastructure, which is fostering economic growth and drawing in investors. This approach is transforming member nations like Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam into thriving technological hubs. Indeed, ASEAN's central role in Asia's economic integration is setting the stage for new trade relationships and further growth. Perhaps one of the most striking aspects of this narrative is the power of adaptability. In a world rocked by unpredictability, ASEAN's agility and its willingness to pivot and adapt are proving crucial. Technology and trade are playing pivotal roles in addressing global challenges, and ASEAN nations are beginning to harness their potential. But the story doesn't end there. We've also touched on the simmering US-China rivalry and how ASEAN could potentially reshape the geopolitical landscape. As these superpowers vie for influence, ASEAN presents an alternative, a collective voice that could bring balance and stability to the region. ASEAN's silent rise as a global superpower marks a new chapter in world affairs, offering both challenges and opportunities for global growth and stability. So let's watch this space, because the story of ASEAN is still being written.